Yes, very good evening, guys. So, how are you, everyone, today? Um, Till I can see some new joinees are there today. Syed, I feel you're a new joinee. Daneshwar, and someone named OnePlus, I'm not sure. Samba joined yesterday, Sudan, Sujat, everyone's joined. Sam, Sudan, Sujata, we are good, right? Okay, because we have also new joinees, just quickly 5 minutes, I would like to take a recap. Just a minute. I think I already have day one, day two recap ready. Let me, just show it directly. Yes, and day three recap, I can put it down. So, guys, we started this classes demo from past 3 days. We have already completed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So in our day one, we were discussing about what is data and entire overview of data. When I say entire overview of data, it means what is data analysis, why we have to go for it, and how you are going to perform your data analysis. How do you really prepare a report? This is what we have discussed in entire overview of data analysis. Later on, we also discussed what are the modules and what are the different job opportunities we have once you master this course. Then, what is the course duration? And even why you have to join with DurgaSoft, the advantages you'll get recording access, something like that. And even we discussed class timings for new people who should not get confused. Again, I'm writing it's 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. is a regular sessions. Okay. Regular session is 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Then your entire learning process flow, like how do we start our program, we start with theory plus practicals, then we go with assignments, projects, followed by that interview preparation questions, resume building, and finally we assist you in placing a one good company. After that, in our day two, we were discussing about little bit about Power BI components. Okay, Power BI components. How do we actually discuss, how do we actually do Power BI, its components, and then we try to connect this components of Power BI with the life cycle of data analysis where we have learned in our day one. So that is what we did in our day two. Then entire syllabus, what all I explained in detail. It went up to 40 to 45 minutes to learn about entire syllabus. What all we are going to learn going forward. Entire syllabus is discussed based on your Excel, Power BI, MySQL, Python, and everything. So that's what we did in our day two. And again, I was also clearing some Q&A in day two. Then you have your day three. Yesterday, we did our Excel practicals. Yesterday, we did our Excel practicals. I have shown you like a few Excel sheets, like how VLOOKUP looks like, index match looks like, how many formulas are, how many case scenarios I'm going to help you out. And we actually did our day one practical. I mean, in Excel, day one practical we did using covering a formula called flash fill. With flash fill, we have looked into many scenarios. This is what we did in yesterday. And I just wanted to discuss today SQL commands. What do you guys say? Are we good? One topic from SQL and commands is the most famous one. So one topic I wanted to discuss because Power BI is done and this is also done, right? So that is why one topic we are going to discuss. Okay. Are we good so far? Any doubts? New joinees, old joinees. I can ask anyone like, Khan, Dilip, Dheeraj, Prabjot Khar, Saindra, Sudan, Samba, Sujata, who were attending every day. Shall we go with SQL topic today? Are we ready? Are we ready, everyone? Yes, yes, yes. That's a good thing. So it's again theory, you guys know, right? Theory, because directly we can't do practicals in SQL just because your SQL server is not installed. MySQL is not installed, right? So some theory how I'm going to take up, I'll tell. Okay. So Preeti, are you a new joinee? Leela Prakash, what about you? You're a new joinee. If you are a new joinee, have you gone through the recordings? In recordings, you will be able to see last three sessions. This is what we have discussed. Okay. If you're not getting recordings, let me know. Leela Prakash, let me know if you're not getting recordings. Okay. Just end of the session, you guys can check your mail IDs. Yes, good. Thanks for responding, guys. So let's get started. What I'll do, let me take a plain Excel sheet and let me start up explaining you regarding SQL commands. So, first of all, we all know what is SQL, right? What is SQL? So, if we don't know, let me write. Okay, we are going to learn MySQL tool. So, what is SQL basically? The full form is nothing but structured query language. Okay, and we are going to write this SQL language into a tool called MySQL. Then what is a MySQL? MySQL is a product or a tool where we write SQL inside into it. Okay, into it. I can write. So we are basically writing this programming language SQL into a tool called MySQL, and this MySQL belongs to a company called Oracle company. It belongs to Oracle company. And guys, if you learn MySQL, you can easily master other things like Fox Pro, SQL Server, Oracle, and everything. Okay. I have many things to talk, like, what is database, data warehouse, what is data, and, data source, attributes, records, many things to talk about, basic SQL. But I don't want it because we have only 1 hour time and we don't have extra time, right? So I just wanted to cover SQL commands topic today. SQL command topics today. Anyone is having idea about SQL commands? What does you feel when I say commands? What does you feel when I say commands? Anyone is having any doubt? Sorry, any idea what is SQL commands? What it is? No one would like to say. One line at least. Even you can check your Google, YouTube, whatever, and you can answer, guys. Command is what? Basically, commands means instructions. Yes, I got one answer. Query database. No, I'm talking about commands. Just a word called commands. Okay, let me explain. SQL commands is nothing but which is like giving some instructions to database to perform some action. SQL commands is nothing but trying to give some instructions to the database to perform some actions. And why I have to pick SQL commands in my demo session? Because trying to deal with this commands only because these commands exist everywhere, right? Learning commands is more important. Okay, let's get started. So first command here is, the first command name is DDL commands. The first command name is DDL commands. The full form of it is nothing but data definition language. The full form of it is nothing but data definition language. So basically, why do we use this commands is basically Why do we use these commands is these commands are useful to understand the structure of the data. Understand the structure of the data. Why do we use this DDL commands? To understand. For example, as per RDBMS rule, even if you have looked into my first demo, we being a data analyst is going to deal with a data which has a proper structure. Means we are going to deal with a data which is enclosed in the form of a table. Now this DDL commands is going to deal with the structure of the table. For example, the entire structure or how many columns it have, the rows, and everything, the structure. No, if you tomorrow add one column, no, the structure is getting changed. So adding column, deleting a column, all this comes under what? Your DDL commands. Okay, so under this commands we have few sub commands. Under this commands we have sub commands. First one we have is create, and second one we have here is alter, and third one we have here is drop, truncate, truncate, and then your rename. Okay. Five, we have overall five commands. We have overall five commands. Okay. So first one is your create. First one is your create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. Now, there are five commands. Now, sometimes it is difficult to remember. In that case, just use a shortcut called Dr. Cat. For example, in interviewer, they are going to ask you, can you please name me what all the DDL commands are there? Then you should say, then in your mind, you should remember Dr. Cat, and easily you can say D stands for D drop, rename, create, alter, and table. So basically, we use this command. See, create means for creation of table. Alter means making some changes. For example, you're adding a column or you're trying to delete the existing column. For that. Drop means to remove this particular entire table. Even truncate stands for same thing, but there would be some difference. I'll tell you when the classes get started. Then you have rename. Rename means you're trying to rename the name of the table. For example, this table name is student. You're trying to rename to something called my class. Something called my class. So that's how your DDL commands will be dealing with. So DDL commands will just talk about the structure of the table, and inside into it we have this many commands. Okay. Am I clear so far? Any doubts so far? Any doubts? People having doubts can raise your hands. No. That's good. And second thing we have here is DML commands. What is the full form of DML commands? The full form of DML commands is data manipulation language. The full form of DML commands is data manipulation language. Basically, this command is going to deal with, what does it will do? It will write inside the table. Manipulation means writing. Here only talks about the structure, but this is going to write. Means some data is there inside this table. You can go and edit. For example, let me tell you, you have overall three commands inside this table. Okay. First one is insert. Next one is delete and update. What does insert mean? Let's understand this is a student database. Now you're saying you have the student ID here, age, marks, and which course they are dealing with, and their name. Something like this you think. Let me write name here, age at last. Okay. So this is a data. Oh, a table is created at the stage of DDL commands. Now, for example, you're inserting a record. You're saying ID is 1. His name is Raj. He got somewhere around 72 marks. Course he enrolled for data analysis and his age is 26. When you're writing a record like this, that comes under your insert. Means you're writing inside into it. Delete means you don't want this record, you're deleting this entire record. Update means, for example, by mistake you have entered his age as 26 but it is supposed to be 24. Later on you're making a changes to a 24, that is nothing but it comes under your update. Anything, there are multiple things. So DML is nothing but it is trying to perform some manipulations. DML is nothing but it's trying to perform some manipulation right inside the table. Either insert a new record, delete the existing record, or update. So making changes to the data is nothing but your DML commands. I hope you guys are clear. Correct? Yes. So any doubts can always ask. Now third command we have here is DQL command. Third one we have here is DQL commands. So DQL commands are nothing but data query language. Data query language. Why do we use this command? Just for reading purpose or to view. It is not going to write, edit, delete or do anything, but it is useful for reading and filtering the data, whatever you wanted to view. For only those things it is helpful. And under this command we have a command called only one command, select command. So very famous syntax, there is one syntax when we say select star from students. This is a syntax I'm writing. When I write like this, it means it's going to fetch entire table for us. Means select is doing what? It is trying to read the data. Select is doing what? It is trying to read the data. Select is trying to read the data. Only it can read, but it cannot edit. So that is known as your DQL commands. Okay, let me take a pause. Are we good with this three? So far, any doubts? So far, any doubts? Any doubts? Can I even clear this table? No. Only Dilip is saying no. What about others? Dheeraj is also saying no. Others? Quick replies. No from Preeti. Very good. What about others? Everyone. Everyone. Very good. So you guys are understanding. Okay. Now we have two more commands. Let me remove this drawing and let me make a space. I'll write here only. The fourth command we have here is, one second guys. Just a minute. Yeah. Fourth command we have here is DCL commands. This is nothing but data control language. This is nothing but data control language. So what is a data control language is going to do here is, it is going to deal with your permissions. It is going to deal with your permissions. What it is going to deal with your permissions. So let me explain. One second. Yes. This is going to deal with permissions. Okay. Let me explain. Under this, data control language, you have two things. You have two things. Okay. One thing you have here is grant, and second thing you have here is revoke. One thing you have here is grant and second thing you have here is revoke. So let me explain you what is this grant and revoke. For example, let's understand we have one company here. Okay, let me write little bit. Let me draw this way. We have one company here. Okay, we have one company here. Now, in this, we have two different departments. In this, we have two different departments. One department name is your HR department, and another department is nothing but your IT department. Okay, so let's understand there is a person who is working for this company from many years. He actually resigned the job from this company. He actually resigned the job from this particular company, and he is working for a department called HR department. So when someone is getting resigned, what will happen? We will be able to remove the permissions. We have to remove the permissions, right? For example, is no more our employee. Why do we give him a permission to our database, everything? As soon as he resigned, we are going to remove it. That is nothing but we call it as a revoke. Removing permissions from existing company or removing permissions from particular table, that is known as revoke. And then you have another person who has freshly joined the same company. Who has joined same company? He joined to a department called IT department. He joined to a department called IT department. So whenever he joined to that particular department, we are going to give him access to the database or tables wherever he is going to deal with it. So that is nothing but grant. Right? Granting a permission is known as your, giving permission to the existing database is known as grant. And when you remove the access, that is known as your revoke. And this work is not going to be done by a data analyst or by a data developer, a SQL developer. No, we are not going to do this. So basically, theory only I'm explaining this. Practicals you will be not seeing it because a database administrator, DBA, is going to do this work. But it's a part of a command, and you should know about this because someone is joining. You should go and approach this database administrator. So you should have a knowledge about it. So that is why I have covered this theory. Understood? Clear on this particular thing? Quick yes. Yes, ma'am, we understood. Or if not, explain. I got yes from Samba, from Dheeraj, from Preeti, Dilip. Good going. Great going. Others also, I can say take yes. Okay. So this is something we are not going to do. Other people are going to do this. Let us say your database administrator. So, but it's a part of a command. I explained it. Okay. Now, last and final, fifth thing we are going to learn is TCL commands. This is also most important part. The full form of this is nothing but transaction control language. The full form of this nothing but transaction control language. Now, what does it will do? It is going to, okay, it is going to deal with your commit and rollback, your save or undo changes, we can say. Your save or undo changes or grant or, sorry, commit and rollback thing. So let me explain what are the commands we are going to learn here is. First command we are going to learn here is, one second guys. First command we are going to learn here is your, what do you call? Commit. Second thing is rollback. And third thing we have here is finally save point. Save point. Okay. Save point. So what is this transaction control language? What is a transaction? If I ask you general word, what is a transaction, guys? Can someone tell me what is a transaction in general word? Transactions. What we do are transactions. We do transactions in our phone also, right? Phone Pay, Google Pay, like account transfer from here to there. We do many transactions, right? It's a general meaning. Transfer. Very good. Okay. So maybe I'll try to explain this in a more better way. Okay. TCL commands, which is known as your transaction control language. Um, at the time of practicals, it would be more easy to understand. Okay, so let me talk something now. Before we talk about TCL commands, you guys should understand about the architecture of SQL. Means actually how SQL works in a backend. Actually, how SQL works in a backend, we should understand the backend mechanism. Okay. So let me explain. So for example, let's understand this is users. We are a user. Okay. Um, let's understand. Let me write this way first. Now, I wanted to ask one doubt. So sorry, not one doubt. I wanted to ask one question. Okay, I wanted to ask one question. Guys, now everyone are using laptop, right? Everyone are using laptop. So, for example, we don't understand what whenever we save files, where does our files will get saved? Guys, where do we save our files? Where to save our file? Local storage. Okay. Can we call it as a hard drive? Yes, very good. Now, let me understand one more thing. We guys able to understand the language of hard drive, or whatever we try to input, hard drive will be able to understand our language. Is it possible? Is it possible? No. Straight answer is no. But there is some mediator between us and a hard drive. I'm talking about our local systems. There is one mediator between us and a hard drive, user and a hard drive. There is some mediator who is going to convey our information to hard drive, and whatever the information is processed there, we can take it. But there is one mediator. What does a mediator is called as? Local systems, I'm talking about our laptop. I'm talking about laptop or systems what we are using from old days. What is a mediator which acts like a mediator between us and hard drive? OS. Very good. It is nothing but your OS. Correct. It is nothing but your OS. OS acts like a mediator between us and this hard drive. Correct. Now, in SQL also, there is called one mediator which is called RDBMS. Which is called RDBMS. The full form of it is nothing but Relational Database Management System. The full form of it is nothing but Relational Database Management. Okay, the full form of it is nothing but Relational Database Management System, which acts like a mediator between hard disk and us. So whatever the files we save, it will get saved into this hard disk, and whatever the data we wanted to fetch, we are getting it from there. But but we cannot understand their language. RDBMS is going to act like a mediator. Who is going to act like a mediator? RDBMS. So in depth, you will understand this whenever we get into practicals. Okay. In depth, you will understand this whenever you get into. So whatever information we pass, whatever information we pass to a hard disk, it is via RDBMS only. So we are going to write this information or SQL where we are going to write this information or SQL in a software called, it is a client software. We are going to pass this info, we are going to write this language into a software called client software. This is nothing but your MySQL workbench. So I'll make you install two things. One is MySQL workbench and another one is MySQL command line. MySQL workbench and command line. And we are going to, I already said, right? We are going to write SQL language where into this workbench. So we are going to write SQL queries. Okay, I'll type here. We are going to write SQL queries inside this software, and this is going to be saved in hard drive or whatever it is. For example, you're going to write a record, maybe you're trying to put some a record, maybe you're using this query like, insert into students, insert into students. My student ID is 1 and name is Raj, and basically he joined for a course called data analysis. Only three information, let's say. So this record, whatever you're trying to write, this record, what it will do, it will directly go and save it to here, into hard disk with the help of RDBMS. And whenever you wanted to view some data, maybe let's understand you want to view something like, select star from students, just you wanted to view this data. Then what will happen whenever you write this query inside the, see, this query also I'm writing here, this query also I'm writing here. Whenever you write this query here, what will happen from hard disk to RDBMS, from there to on to the client software, the output will come and you will be able to view the output. So the output will be coming onto this screen and you are able to view this output. So this is how in backend, the mechanism will run. You write some queries, you insert, it will go and save here with the help of RDBMS. You wanted to view something, you write that query, it will come and fetch and it will be delivered to us. We are the clients or users. Am I clear with this? So far it's good. Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts? No. No from Preeti, no from Sujata, others. Dheeraj also saying no, others. Samba also saying no, very good. Others, everyone. Thank you guys, you are understanding. So this is the normal behavior of the SQL. What is this? This is a normal behavior of the SQL. But sometimes you don't wanted to save this record directly into hard disk. You're going to give something called a second chance. Even you might have heard about this. Sometimes you have something called buffer or caches. You have heard about this generally. So let me remove the cache. Let me write buffer account as of now. We at least heard about what is buffer account means. In this buffer account, what basically will happen is this record, whatever the record, you're trying to insert this record, no? Whatever the record you're trying to insert, this is instead of going to hard disk, it will get into buffer account. When it will get into buffer account, whenever you introduce a concept called TCL commands. That is where, right, we got stuck. Right. So whenever you introduce your TCL commands, that is your transaction control language, this queries, whatever the query I have written, instead of going and saving into hard disk, this query is coming and getting saved in this your buffer account. It is getting and saved here. What it is doing, instead of going directly to your hard disk, it is going to your buffer account. Now, it is just like a second chance. If you're like, if this record is correct and if you're liking it, I mean, not liking means if it is required, what you will do, if it is required, you will say commit. What you will say? Commit. Commit is nothing but you're trying to permanently save this record into a hard disk. So if you think this record is fine, or else if you think this record is not good, you'll say you'll remove it. That is nothing but roll back. That is nothing but roll back. So roll back is nothing but you're trying to delete this record permanently from your buffer account. When you say commit, it is getting saved to your hard disk, or when you say uh, roll back, it will be permanently getting deleted from the what you called, from your buffer account. Got it? So this is about your commit and rollback. And there is one more point, save point. I'm going to explain that with only practicals. So when you guys join, then only you will understand it. Any doubts? Any doubts so far? Any doubts? I'll answer your question, Sai. Meanwhile, any doubts? No. We understood what is TCL commands. Okay, good. So someone is asking why only we use MySQL instead of PB means PostgreSQL, right? PostgreSQL or MongoDB, are they work like same as it is? So why means guys, see MySQL and PostgreSQL are almost same. They are going to work with Excel tables. Maybe I can say PostgreSQL is very much similar to MySQL but little bit more advanced. And this MySQL is really good enough for your what you called data analysis. And one more thing you asked, it's not MongoDB, but it's MongoDB. MongoDB is nothing but we call it as a NoSQL one. So we have to learn SQL, and it is not required here because it is going to be dealt with the structures like your JSON files, JSON like flexible documents, not here. So that is why we choose MySQL. MySQL is really good for everything like your many things like web applications. Most companies have this transactional systems, and comparatively it's very fast for read operations. Read operations means where you can use your select command very much quickly, and moreover it is really easy to learn. So when you're a fresher at learning stage, you have to start with this. Compared to this, PostgreSQL would be a little bit complex and analytics, and MongoDB we are not doing here. Okay, that's very simple. Got it? Got it, Indra? Okay, thank you. You replied. Very good. So, guys, we had left with another 12 minutes, 10 minutes. So, that's about today's topic. So, you guys said you understood this mechanism. So, whenever you introduce a TCL commands, then only it's going into your buffer account. Rather than that, it is just like this. Okay. So, here only we are going. So, with this commands, right? What were the commands I have shown you? We are going to run this throughout our um, entire SQL. Apart from this, we have many advanced things like your stored procedures and everything. Views, I already discussed the agenda. Now, these are the commands. I have already explained 5 commands. Apart from DCL commands, we are doing rest of them. Apart from DCL commands, we are doing rest of them. Okay. So that's all from my side. It's a fourth day demo. I request everyone to go and enroll yourself because link is going to change from tomorrow. From tomorrow, there are no free sessions. And as I promised, we have already started Excel classes. We are going to start off our Excel classes. We are going to start off our Excel classes. And then followed by it, tomorrow also, let me keep 9:30, 10:30 batch. Then later on, we'll merge into 8:30. I'll tell you from when we can merge into 8:30. So, okay, but again, I'm saying batch timings is 8:30 to 9:30. Now, any doubts, please go ahead and ask. New joinees, everyone go ahead and ask. Any doubts? Of course, guys, I'm teaching you advanced SQL only, Khan. I have already discussed what I'm teaching. And we are teaching Power BI, Python, and also Excel. Anything else, Khan? And everything is advanced because you can go and apply as a Power BI developer, SQL developer, a data analyst, business analyst. I really want you to look into your day one demo. I really want you guys to look into your day one demo. Anything else? Thanks, from Khan. Okay. Any more doubts?
Hi. Hello.
Yes, Leela, go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes. And, do we have any like project works in this class?
Yes, yes, yes. I have already discussed all this in my day one. Let me show you
Okay.
quickly because you are absent, right? Just a moment. I have a PPT ready.
Me and my friend joined today only. That is the reason I'm asking.
Okay. So I really wanted you to go through the day one
Definitely,
recording
definitely.
at least, Leela.
I,
Okay.
I don't have any links as of now. Uh, Once I got
Have
the links,
you
I'll
have you
go through.
registered and came? If you registered and came, definitely you will get access to it. Okay. You will get means they are going to send you to the mail IDs. Uh, Definitely you will get access to it. Even I have requested them if they can put it in a chat box, recordings. Okay. Let me check. Give me a second. Give everyone give me a I just requested. Let's see if they are able to do it. So you're asking about projects, right? See, this is how we'll start classroom practicals, which will go up to 2.5 to 3 months. Then your assignments is something you have real time practical exercises, case scenarios, 100 plus scenarios I'm going to give, at least in SQL. You are supposed to solve it individually. Followed by that, we are giving a project, at least three projects we are giving. One is your healthcare, finance and banking, and your e-commerce and retail. E-commerce and retail. Okay. Then you have a resume building, and interview questions. Resume building and interview questions. Separate session we are going to take, and there is a team who is going to handle how to build your resumes. Then you have a mock interview, which is optional. At least 48 hours before you should tell us so that we will arrange someone. Followed by that, you will have a placement assistance. Got it? Got it?
Yeah, got it, Shravani. Can we get any certificate kind of thing for this?
Yes. Course completion certificate you are getting from the DURGASOFT.
Okay, okay, okay. Sure, sure. That's it. That's it from my end, Shravani. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Yes, I
In
think
general, Shravani, in general, overall course duration, I think it may be around 3 months or more than 3 months.
no. It's actually 2.5 months. It might go 5 days or 10 days here and there. We are not going to cross more than 3 months at any cost. Okay.
Like
So,
what I'm asking is, we are completely new to this. to this data analysis course. Actually, we are from computer science background only, but we are not until till now we are not worked in IT sector. Now we are shifting to now we are trying to shifting the IT sector. Is it chance to like what my question is? This course is enough to get like you can't get a job directly without practice, but is this course you will get good information,
You're
like a good
saying, is
experience
it
to get the
really
job.
good enough to go and apply as an experienced candidate? Correct.
Yes,
So,
yes,
I
that's the
have
thing I am asking.
already promised, this is already covered, 3 to 4 years of experience knowledge. 3 to 4 years of experience knowledge I'm going to deliver. 3 years is for sure. 4 years also you can go and keep the experience, but apart from this, little bit hard work you have to do. For example, whatever, for example, I'm teaching you many, let's understand in Excel, I'm teaching you index match, VLOOKUP. This is good enough, for doing lookup kind of things. This both scenarios are good enough, but based on these formulas you should learn to manage to clear the many business problems. Like, I will give at least 5 6 for each scenario, but if you can solve 10 by yourself, you can go and keep 4 years experience also, but not 5. If you give 5 6, it is like, the inside management would be little bit difficult. So that is why 3 to 4 years of experience of knowledge definitely you're going to get. And whatever the project I am giving, that project is really good enough to uh, keep, and like, where you can go and keep under your resume. In your resume you can go and keep all these three projects. That is really good enough. Got it, Leela?
Yeah, yeah, that's great, Sravani. Thank you.
And one more thing, guys, I requested DurgaSoft to send past 3 recordings here in the chat box. Even if someone have not registered or by chance you missed it also, please go through all these 3 recordings. Please copy paste or click on that link and watch these recordings. Okay, everyone. The link is shared over the chat box. Whosoever has joined today only can take access to it. Yeah. Anything else? Leela, Syed, Preeti, Dheeraj, Dilip, Khan, Prabjot, Saindra, Samba, Sudan, Sujata. Any doubts? Any doubts? No doubts as of now. That's good thing. I might have already showed this, right? Dynamic x-axis. Might have already showed this, right? Did I? So within this limited space, see, we are able to see 4 chats. So this is how advanced level. Experienced candidate will only able to do this kind of custom visuals also. So for this, I have used my Power Query and some process where I made my x-axis dynamically. What it is showing? It is showing country, profit-wise country, discount band-wise country, product-wise country, segment-wise country. Like this, I have also made dynamic x-axis and dynamic y-axis as well. I'm sure I might have explained this. No, I didn't. Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I might have explained to other because I repeatedly take many demos. So yeah, this is how you can see advanced level. Only experienced candidates can do. See, all these are home buttons. Sorry, navigations. We beautifully do our navigations also. And you guys can also see something called toggle here. So in toggle also, if you guys see this limited space, within this limited space, I'm able to show 2 chats here. For example, this is a reset button. When I click on this reset button, it is showing me sum of sales by country, which is in pie chart. And when I click on back button, it is showing profit by country, which is in a column chart. So this is how 2 charts over one space we are able to see a basic dashboard also. So many things are there. Few things I would have shown because this is readily open. So I was able to show you guys. So tax also we are giving 100 plus tax, and this is how we discuss theory and we'll get into practicals. So this is a morning batch, 10 a.m. batch. Like it's already existing batch, but your batch is 8:30. So which is ongoing batch. So that is ready open. So I was able to show you. Okay. Any doubts? Anything else you guys wanted to ask for the day? Guys, because today is the last day. So you guys already have which number to contact, right? Go and connect with them and join the session. Tomorrow also you guys can go and join. Um, that is 9:30 timings, but the link is going to change. But the link is going to change. So you have to enroll today EOD or by tomorrow morning so that you guys can attend from tomorrow the sessions. Okay. Anything else to discuss from your end? I am done actually. Anything else to discuss? I'll take names. Um, Sayed, Preeti, Dheeraj, Dilip, Khan, Leela Prakash, Prabjot, Saindra, Samba, Sudan, Sujata. I just got one no from Dilip. What about others? Dheeraj is also saying no. What about others? Okay, that's good. If that is the case, shall we wind up the session for the day? Thank you, Saindra. So I hope you guys are joining from tomorrow and continuing along with me. And yes, a quality subject plus good experience, knowledge. Along with this, some books also I will refer, and you will get good notes, interview session, interview questions. I already promised two separate booklets we have where you can read for yourself, and one thing where you can answer to your interviewer very short and crisp, and you have good projects. And yes, just start off the classes and try to transform your careers. Okay, if you do a practice hard work along with me, guys, definitely you will get a job at least by next 6 months maximum. 3 to 4 months you'll complete all the projects and course and learning. Another 2 months search and you'll get a job. So just keep a goal of 6 months. Even if it's not sixth or eighth month, also if you're getting a job, that's not bad. Correct? Yes. So that's all from my side, and good night as of now. We'll connect tomorrow same timing 9:30, but link is going to change. Okay? Yes. Bye everyone. Thank you. I have also pasted the number. You can just go and check it out and you can connect with the admin team. Thank you everyone. Have a great day.